Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. It's your girl Sadie May, your new favorite spiritual and life coach. Divine inspiration, you already know what it is. I say it all the time and I'll keep saying it until it plays over in your head, until you get it ingrained into your system that you are divine inspiration. You are a source of inspiration for your friends. You are a source of inspiration for your family. You are a source of inspiration for your community. You are a source of inspiration to every single person connected to you. Every single person. You are a source of inspiration, divine inspiration. Not just any inspiration, it's divine inspiration, okay? So with that being said, thank you for tuning in. You do not want to miss this video. Make sure you watch until the end. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and be on the lookout for more, and more, okay? If you haven't already read the title, I'm going to go ahead and read it for you anyways. I know a lot of times the title catch people's eyes, and what I do is I write down in my notes, I write down the titles, the messages that God give me, and I just go down the list. All right. So today, what are we talking about? What is the title of today's video? Don't listen to them. Listen to you. So as I was pondering this message today, it reminded me of another video that I had did about how modest I was in the video. I say modest because I try to be as optimistic as possible. I try to be as positive as possible. When I give to people, when I give messages, when I upload videos, above anything else, I want it to be positive, and I want it to uplift you, and I want it to inspire you. Some of the titles, I'm not saying some of the messages are negative. They're not. It's just they are a little aggressive, I would say. But that's just my general opinion. Other people, sometimes I mention stuff to other people and they be like, oh, that wasn't negative at all. Because to me, it sounds like, I don't know. It sounds a little iffy, but to other people, it's like, no, that's perfectly fine. Like, I don't see anything negative in that. I understand that in X, Y, and Z. So don't listen to them. Listen to you. Okay. First off, if it ever comes a time where you speak your truth, or you're speaking your truth and people get offended, or people feel like you are calling them out, or people feel like you are attacking them, or people feel like you're basically criticizing them in a subliminal way, that is on them and that's not on you. The only thing that you are supposed to do is speak your truth, no matter how painful, no matter how uncomfortable, no matter how difficult, no matter how it may seem to other people. Your truth is your truth. Your journey is your journey. Your life is your life. And I say this all the time. We are all different. You know, we are all on our own individual journeys. That's what we always forget. But because we're journeying together with other people, and other people is a part of the world and a part of the plan and a part of everything, we get distracted and we get off track, and we lose focus of our mission, why we was born, why we're here. What are we meant to do? What are we meant to be doing? We lose focus of that really fast. Okay, so always be willing to speak your truth. Okay, now don't listen to them, listen to you. I'm not saying this in a sense where it's like, if you're thinking about harming yourself or harming other people, disregard this message, because this is not that. But if you are a person and God gave you a mind to think, if God gave you a mind to critically think, if God gave you a head on your shoulders to use, if God speaks to you, if you have a good heart, if you seek God, if you seek righteousness, if you seek to do things the right and straight and narrow way, then yes, this message is for you. Because a lot of times we second guess ourselves for whatever reason. You second guess yourself, you doubt yourself, you put yourself inferior to other people. So you think or you feel like other people is smarter than you, or they know more than you, or they're above you, as if your thoughts and your logic is not good enough or it's not valid. We are in 2024. Excuse me, 2024. This is your year. This is your time. This is on you. Start listening to you. We not listening to other people. We not listening to other people in a sense that derails us from our purpose, derails us from our truth, derails us from what we're supposed to be doing. Okay. Don't doubt yourself. Don't second guess yourself. If you have an inspirational idea, if you have an idea, if you have something you want to do, if you have something you want to go after, if there's something you want to pursue, if it's something that just catch your interest and you're not even sure why you're interested in it, listen to yourself, trust your intuition, trust the way that the divine is leading you. Happy full moon, by the way. We in a full moon in Leo tonight. Clarity. That's what full moon energy brings. It brings you clarity. Things that's hidden beneath the surface, things that's uncovered, things that's hidden, come to the light. Everything in the dark, come to the light. That full illumination is illuminating everything. It's illuminating things in you. It's illuminating things in other people. And it's illuminating what it is that we need to be doing, what direction we need to be going in. Okay. So whatever messages, whatever guidance that you're getting during this time, don't toss it to the side. You know what I'm saying? Don't chalk it up. Go with it. Go with the flow. And also, life is a learning experience. That's another thing I want to mention. Life is a learning experience. You're meant to make mistakes. You're meant to go through failures. You're meant to experiment. Life is a big lesson. Life is a big experiment. Not one person know everything. Not one person got it all together. Not one person has arrived. As long as you got breath in your body, trust me, there's always something to learn. There's always ways to grow. There's always another milestone. There's always another goal to reach. Okay, none of us have arrived. None of us. Nobody has arrived. The people arrived. The people that you look up to, that you admire the most, God bless them. But guess what? They still got to go through life just like you. And they still have to apply these lessons just like you. And they still have to go through things, and they still have to maneuver, and they still have to navigate, and they still have to learn how to apply the knowledge, the concept, the things that they know, to put it to practice, to put it to good use. Because what is the point? What's the point of doing a lot of self-development? Or what's the point of watching this video? Or what's the point of reading self-help books or listening to podcasts if you're not going to utilize the information that you're getting? That's the whole point. That's the whole purpose. You get it in you, and then you put it out. Everything that goes in comes out. So that's why you can look at a video, or you can listen to someone talk, and you can understand a little bit better what they do when they're not in front of people. Oh man, he is intelligent. He must have studied this for years. Oh God, she knows this area so well. She must read a lot of books off camera. Whatever the case may be, it gives you a general idea of what somebody do, outside of the time that you see them. Okay. So don't be afraid, to go with your gut. Don't be afraid to listen to yourself. Thank you, but no thank you. And a lot of the things that people tell us, the information or the advice that they give us, they don't mean no harm. Okay. It's always two sides to a story. It's not that they mean you harm or they want to see you, fail or fall. It's just, we all look at the world in a different lens. We all look at the world in a different light. So the way they perceive the world may not be the way you see the world, or the way they see the world may not be accurate. You know what I'm saying? Times change, things change. You have to keep up with these things. So, you know, if somebody from another time frame is giving you a piece of advice or telling you something, that may have been relevant at one point in their time. But you know what? We living in a whole new day and age. It's a new day. It's a new year. So maybe some of those things don't apply to you, and it don't apply to today's society, or it don't apply to the current up-to-date business. Okay. So you got to just be careful. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, especially, I'll put the emoji down, the unicorn down. It's just, a unicorn is just something unique, out of the ordinary, extraordinary, a one in a million. You know, how many times have you seen a unicorn? Have you ever seen a unicorn? You know what I mean? And it's like, metaphorically, you are a unicorn. So you know what? People not going to understand you a lot of the times. They're not going to understand the path. They're not going to understand the vision. They're not going to understand the dream. It's not them. It's not for them to understand. Sometimes you don't even understand it yourself. But that's what we mean when we say walk by faith and not by sight, because God is the ultimate orchestrator of it all. So you just have to keep putting one foot in front of the other, even when it don't make sense, even when it don't look right, even when it look iffy, because in due time, things will come together full circle. Every single time, things will come together full circle, and you'll understand it better by and by. So some people live in a different reality. They live in a different mindset. They live in scarcity. They live in lack. They live in fear. If somebody is living in fear and they are trying to tell you to do something, it's not going to prevail. It's not going to succeed because of where it's stemming from, because of the root. Where is it coming from? Okay, they're telling me don't go to school for business because we just had a government shutdown or a recession. Okay, that was in your time. So if I go pursue something and I feel like it's the right thing to pursue, you can't go wrong. You can't miss it. So you just have to be careful. It's not that they mean you harm. It's just that where it's coming from, where it's stemming from. It's stemming from their fears. It's stemming from their traumas. It's stemming from their lack of faith. You got to be careful. Listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. Just imagine, how would you feel? You can't offend God, but I'm just going to use this as an example. If someone came to you and asked you for a piece of advice and you gave it to them, and then they go ask 10 more people the same thing, and it's like, why did you come ask me if you were just going to go? I gave you an answer. I gave you the answer and you still go ask 10 other people. If you pray and you ask God for clarity to reveal something to you, remember the video, they expose themselves. Everything will be exposed. Everything will be seen. Everything will come to the light eventually. So if there's an area of your life or something that you need more clarity on, that you need to see more clearly before you make a move, then it will come to light. Clarity will come. Give it time. So, you know, if you go ask God, hey, you know, for clarity, or you looking for signs, or you looking for this, and then you steady asking everybody else except the one who already have given you the answer. Trust yourself. The ideas, the random ideas and thoughts and stuff it's not necessarily random. A lot of times we have the answers already inside of us, but something tells us we need to look for outside validation. You don't need to look for outside validation. You don't need to look for external validation. You already got it inside of you. You don't have to go ask Jimmy, John, and Frank for the answer. You already got the answer inside of you. What they think at this point really don't matter. And maybe it's something for you to carry out. Maybe it's just something for you to carry out. Maybe it's not something that they're going to understand, or that they're going to be able to help you with, or they're going to be able to talk to you about, because they mentally may not be where you at. You a unicorn. You don't think on the same scale as these people you've been around, these people you've been exposed to, these people you've grown up with. You're not thinking on their level. You're on a different level, thinking higher, reaching for more, reaching for your full potential, reaching for your best self, reaching for your higher self. And then you have these others who is content with where they at. Or they trying to hold on for dear life because they never had anything. So they trying to hold on to dear life for the little that they do have. Open your hands and you can receive. If your hands is closed up and tight in the ball, in the fist, how are you going to receive like that? Let it flow. But that is going into another message that we're not going to go into right now, okay? So just remember, you have all the answers that you need inside of you. You have it. You have the brain that God gave you. God gave you the mental capacity to handle it, to pursue it, to execute the plan. Stop listening to other people. You don't have to listen to them. Say thank you and no thank you. Or look, what it say? Eat the meat, spit out the bones. Take what's for you and leave what's not. And the other side of that story that I mentioned earlier was sometimes people will tell you some BS because they want you to fall or they want to see you fail. Yeah, they will. But you know what? I'm going to tell you this much. That's why when you get serious about your healing, when you get serious about your journey, when you get serious about your purpose, when you get serious about your passion, when you get serious about your calling, they're going to have to check the BS at the door. You know why? Because as you rise, your energy rises. And when they come to you and try to derail you on purpose, you're going to see right through it. And they probably not, they're going to try to sugarcoat it or manipulate the situation to try to get you to do something that is probably not in your best interest at heart. We talked about this in the other video as well. You know, if people feel like if they can't do it, you can't do it. If they couldn't accomplish it, 9 times out of 10, you can't accomplish it. But the difference between you and them is this. Nothing is impossible with God. Nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible to God. Nothing is impossible. That's the difference between you and them. It's your faith. It's your divine inspiration. That's the difference. And they can freely get some. So if you watch this video all the way to the end, look, I love you. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget, subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right. Share it out with a couple people who it may help. All right. I'll talk to you on the next one. Peace.